you're rolling.
Cool.
All right.
Hi, Ashton Murray with Little Quest.
Dorian Gray.
Dorian, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Good to see you again.
You as well, Andy. How's everything going today, gentlemen?
Wonderful. Yourself?
I'm doing well. I heard you were planning to go to the Grand Canyon.
Yes, I am. Very excited.
Awesome. Do you have any other plans while you're here?
I'm going to visit Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. So you like camping and doing all the outdoor activities?
I love the outdoor activities.
Awesome. Well, we're super happy to have you here. And I'm actually heading to Great Britain this coming summer. Wanted to ask if you had any recommendations.
There's so many. We can talk afterwards. I'll give you some great locations.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward. And what about you, Andy? What are your plans coming up for the weekend?
You know, we're here on Saturday, so we saw some football games.
Hey, football. You got to check that out too while you're here, right? Absolutely. Well, it's great to meet you all here today. Thank you again for taking the time to meet with me. I do want to confirm, I know you're heading to the Grand Canyon. We do still have 20 minutes today?
Yes.
Alrighty, perfect. And I do want to go ahead and give you my business card moving forward so you do have my information. Andy, I'll go ahead and give you another one as well, just in case you lost it. I know I've met with you in the past, Andy, and we did discuss kind of your concerns. You're looking to really keep Tiff and Jay happy. You're being pulled in that direction. And I know when I spoke with Jay, he's actually spending a lot of time researching, and that takes away from the efficiency of his team. My goal here today, gentlemen, is to really bring you two together and Dorian understand where your position takes place in this acquisition and how we can make that smooth and seamless for you guys. Does that sound fair?
That'd be great.
Alrighty, perfect. And is there anything that has changed, Andy? Anything, other challenges that you're seeing that have come up?
Not from my point of view.
Okay.
Right? Well, kind of. Right?
Okay.
But more from Dorian as he gets more information
Sure.
as far as the merger is concerned.
Understood. So what are your concerns with there, Dorian, with this merger and acquisition?
Yeah, so speaking with one of my friends in the UK,
Okay.
is just doing business with the Yankees. I feel there will be a lot bigger losses than me having to deal with Brexit.
Mm-hmm.
What we've learned in some of our research is a lot of the U.S. companies, prominent U.S. companies, and their data security breaches and issues that they're having here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And where is your concern around dealing with the Yankees? Where does that conception derive from?
Well, just us doing our research and finding that some of, like I said, some of the prominent U.S. companies that did data security issues, such as a Marriott losing 500 million people's data, as well as Equifax, which is a credit facility, and they lost over 143 million, as well as eBay, 145 million, and then Facebook, it's because they had 50 million of their data stolen.
Understood. So it sounds like you're really concerned with these data breaches happening in these large companies and the impact that could have on you with this merger and acquisition taking place. Is that correct?
Yes, because it is a merger. I want to protect my customers.
I completely understand. That's important, right? Again, with those customers, I understand that you are wanting to transition to Paycom because you were losing some of those clients due to the turmoil happening right now. What is the reason those clients are being lost, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, but just because of Brexit and what's going on there has a lot of our customers nervous with the tariffs and how they're going to deal with it and the break off with Germany, the UK, and the different areas.
Sure. And going back to those data breaches again, I know that's something that's very important to you. Why is that something that is personally important to you in this merger and acquisition?
Well, because they're my clients.
Absolutely.
And I want to protect my clients, and if I can't trust the whole purpose of going to the U.S. company was to make sure they handle the Brexit. But I'd rather deal with Brexit than worry about security breaches and my clients are losing their data.
Absolutely, I completely understand. And just so I can ensure that I'm providing value to you, Dorian and Andy, what are you looking to really take away out of this meeting? What are you wanting to see here today?
I want to make sure my customers are protected. Okay,
and Andy, what are you wanting to see today?
I want to see that Dorian is confident with the merger and that his customers are protected and that we've checked all the boxes of things that have come up with the merger.
I completely understand. We want to make this a seamless transition and make sure that y'all are both providing value out of that. With that being said, what are the implications if we aren't able to really make sure that your customers are happy in this acquisition, Dorian?
I will not do the merger.
Okay, understood. And with you, Andy, what are the implications that you would be facing if that you weren't able to bring on this acquisition?
Well, I think that Tiff won't be happy, right? This is her idea, and she thinks her sales team can really add value and grow the business. And we'll have to regroup and find another way to grow.
Absolutely. Well, it does sound like Will ICSC can fill in some of your gaps. I know you're concerned with data security, and I know we're looking to help Paycom growth. With that, we need to make sure that we are working with around those GDPR compliances because we're bringing on payroll options. If I did have a solution that fit both of y'all's needs as far as keeping that data safe because they're your clients and allowing Paycom to continue to grow, is that something that y'all would be interested in both reviewing today?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead and pop open my laptop here. Alright, perfect. So just to give y'all the brief overview, I know Andy has gone through this in the past, but Dorian, specifically to you, security is a team sport. I know that you're really concerned here with your customers, and I know that y'all's culture alone also really values your partnerships and your relationships that you have built up, and we do that same thing at ReliQuest. We want to come in and act as a trusted advisor and your partner to make sure that you have a seamless transition and Paycom is able to continue to grow. With that being said, just to give you a brief overview of who we are and what we've been doing, our mission is simply put to defend the world's most trusted brands against cyber threats. We have 200 customers currently with a 97% retention rate, and I know a lot of your concerns work around that data security and that protection with that data and your clients, and we've actually worked with companies such as Southwest and Quest Diagnostics that are dealing with millions of records of not only sensitive information, but just like at St. Jude's Children's Hospital, children's sensitive information. Do you have any questions so far?
I do not.
Okay, perfect. So moving forward, as far as how we really keep that data safe, that's going to be with our platform called Gray Matter. And we do that through three aspects, one being technology, one being ongoing enablement, and third being the analytics portion. With our technology, we really bring all of that data in, and I know that Paycom is currently using multiple tools to look through their security. We bring all of those tools together and allow them to be displayed on this dashboard, which creates that seamless visibility in order for your team to really scale on a larger level. Do you have any questions around the technology piece of how this works?
Nope, I've seen it.
Okay, perfect. As far as the ongoing enablement portion of our specific platform, we work with content development and incident response, which actually allows you to have a higher threat detection response rate. In addition to that, we also recently acquired ThreatCare, which actually creates simulated threat environment detection, which allows us to increase that threat detection response to ensure that data is safe. With the analytics portion, again, how are we able to innovate if we aren't able to measure ourselves? Our analytics portion allows us to deliver those real-time insights and continuously benchmark to improve. We're able to not only benchmark your client's data and understand where we are being secure there, but we're able to benchmark how we're really benefiting Paycom and how we are going to improve moving forward. Do y'all have any questions?
No, pretty good.
All right, perfect. Moving forward, this is just brief overview of how Gray Matter works. I know neither of you are in security itself, but this just shows how we integrate with our technology and our different capabilities that actually support that huge realm of data security. These are capabilities that we specifically have intact in order to support that data security, make your teams more efficient. I know that a big part of data security is threat hunting. Are you seeing any threats coming in your environment currently?
No, we've been pretty well protected.
Okay, perfect. And so how are you planning to be continuously well protected throughout this merger and acquisition?
Well, that's really the question.
Yes, that's what we're trying to get to.
Absolutely. Okay, perfect. I completely
That is
understand.
my big concern.
Yeah, how you're going to continuously be protected throughout this acquisition.
Yes.
And so just to clarify, Dorian, what are your specific concerns throughout the acquisition that would take place?
Well, just how our customers will be protected for security breaches.
Okay.
All the security issues that are happening, because right now we're pretty well protected,
Mhm.
and we don't have the issues that the U.S. companies that are having.
I understand. So you're concerned about security breaches and what that would look like, specifically merging a European company with an American-based company. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, perfect. Well, staying with our capabilities, another portion that really goes into our Gray Matter platform is having those GDPR compliances already built in. With Paycom, I know y'all work with a ton of sensitive information. You have to have those HR compliances already built in. And with Gray Matter, we've already built that in. In addition to that, we also have a Security Operations Center, in short, SOC, in Dublin, Ireland, which is already us dealing with all of that European data, which allows us to be in accordance with those GDPR laws. With that being said, your customers are being protected and y'all are being compliant with the GDPR regulations. How are y'all both seeing value in this?
So since you have a location in Dublin,
Mhm.
you already have customers in Europe?
So that is a great question. Thank you for asking. Just to clarify a little bit further, are you wondering about our customer location specifically?
Yes.
Yeah, great question. Thanks for bringing that up. So we do work with a large range of customers. Right now, we specifically have that data that we're pulling through Europe, and we actually built that security operations center in Ireland to make sure that we are able to address all of those compliances around that data.
So the GDPR.
Correct, GDPR.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely, we have all those compliances built in, and that is again why we developed that SOC in the first place. There is to make sure that we're not only being proactive and having that data go through there so that we're in compliant with all of the regulations intact, but we also have other compliances built into our platform specifically.
Okay.
Jordan, do you have any questions?
Yeah, let's answer that.
Okay, perfect. So gentlemen, I know that I've showed you really how this can be GDPR compliant. I know you're concerned with really keeping that data protected. That is something that's very important for your clients going through this acquisition. And for you, the growth is something that's going to make Paycom really take it to the next level.
Mhm.
With that being said, I know that we've spoken. Oh, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, perfect. What else do y'all need to see to really make you feel comfortable moving forward with this acquisition?
Well, because I'm over in Europe, we deal with different companies that are based in France, the UK, Spain, France, Germany.
Mhm.
How do you deal with the language barriers?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. Just to clarify a little bit more in depth, specifically as the language barriers, what do you mean by that?
So we're dealing with companies that won't speak English.
Mhm.
And you're a US-based company that speaks English, so how would you deal with companies in Germany and Spain?
Yeah, great question again. Thanks. With that being said, it kind of goes back to our SOC being in Ireland. I mean, I personally only speak English, so I can't attest to that difficulty with translating there, but ValiQuest values training. We value training, so heavily that we even are working to train your teams on those current tools that you're using. With that being said, we are always being innovative in methods on how we do address that language barrier and further being more compliant in the European space. Does that address your concern, Dorian?
So you'll train people to speak the different languages? Is that?
Unfortunately, that is not our specialty. We are a security specialty. We won't train them to speak the different languages, but we do have processes already in place to address those challenges.
Okay.
Does that address your concern?
Yes.
All right, perfect, gentlemen. So moving forward, I know again, we've talked a lot about that data security, GDPR compliances, how this is specifically going to support Jay's security team. What else do y'all need to see to feel comfortable moving forward and for us to continue on with that contract signing?
So one of the things that Dory and I talked about was kind of that understanding of why ValiQuest and Gray Matter
Sure.
is so superior to us building our own set of experts.
Yeah,
our own
absolutely.
team, similar to what we talked about with Jay.
Sure. And are there any concerns around that, Dorian, specifically?
Why is it superior? I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So just to confirm, you're wondering specifically to address why Gray Matter. It is Gray Matter and what makes it better than everybody else. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep.
I understand. So gentlemen, ValiQuest has been around for 12 years and we have been working to pioneer an industry first platform. What that means is that we have a unique product that is an industry first product and our competitors are actually just having methods around cybersecurity and how to do that. But we have the platform, Gray Matter, to actually create that visibility to allow your company to scale moving forward. Does that address your concern?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Do you all have any other questions based on Gray Matter and how it can specifically support that data privacy and again, why we are different here?
I think the technology looks good.
Okay, perfect. Dorian, do you feel at ease and do you see how this could specifically provide value around that data security?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Gentlemen, I know we've talked a lot today and thank you again for meeting me. I know you're on the way to the Grand Canyon. I want to
Very
get you
excited.
there. Who wouldn't be, right? I haven't been, but I'm gonna have to go. But with all of that being said, Gray Matter is here to act as that trusted advisor for you. And I know I skipped through the beginning slide, but security is a team sport, and I want to make sure that this team effort is seamless and an easy transition for you and allowing you to continue to grow. Based on that, what else do y'all need to see to move forward today?
We probably need to see, Dorian, you want to see some pricing, or where are we at with that?
Absolutely. So great question. I'm glad you brought up pricing. Do you want to see how we price out our specific structures?
Yeah, that would be super important for us.
Completely understand. Go ahead and do this. So here's our pricing structure for ReliaQuest Gray Matter. There are a bunch of different aspects based on your technology team and what specifically goes into that. We've already mapped out the servers again with Andy and Jay and had that technical scope call prior. And in total, it's going to be around a $415,000 cost for ReliaQuest.
Okay.
Andy and I have already discussed again, he saw the ROI and this value and how we can really support Jay's team moving forward. All I need for you to do, Dorian, moving forward, if you don't have any other further questions, is to sign off on the contract to continue on with this merger and acquisition.
Okay, well, you know, this is definitely a merger, and what I'd like to do is have my lawyers in the UK
Okay.
look over the contract first and get their approval.
Yeah,
Make sure everything
absolutely.
in the contract reads. the
Sure,
way
I
we need it
completely
to.
understand. Thanks for bringing that up. I know the legality issues are a huge part of a merger acquisition and really bringing on a team. With that being said, what is the timeline for meeting with that legal team? What does that process specifically look like?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna go rappel down the Grand Canyon
Gotta take
on my
a break.
vacation.
Sure.
And then after that, I will, you send me over the contract.
Mhm.
I'll send it to our team of lawyers, and then I'll be back in touch with Andy.
Sure.
And if they say everything's good, we'll be able to move forward. So I'll be gone this week. They can probably look over the contract while I'm gone.
Mhm.
If you can get that over to us, and we can take it from there.
Absolutely, and I know when Andy mentioned this is really a time critical situation, Paycom is here to support and wants to bring you onto the team. This is critical for y'all's growth and this is critical for your clients' data. With that being said, I know that the legal team is an important aspect and we can definitely include all of your legal aspects into our SLA agreement. All I need here today, gentlemen, is a yes to move forward with this acquisition, to understand that we're all on the same page and that Paycom does have that understanding that liability with the acquisition.
I think we're prepared to move to the next steps, and we just need to, when Dorian's in the Grand Canyon, I'll be working to make sure legal is doing everything they need to do, and hopefully when he comes back and they sign off, we can sign the final deal.
Sure thing, and again, with that legal team, we're looking at a timeline of, I know you're on vacation, when are you planning to get back into the office?
I'll probably still be here in the States,
Okay.
so I'll be here, I'll be in the Grand Canyon for about a week, and then have a couple more business
Okay,
opportunities, and then I'll fly back. So my legal team should be able to look at it while I'm
in the
on vacation.
meantime,
Yes.
okay, perfect, and gentlemen, I do wanna act as that, again, security is a team sport, and I'm here to be on your team, I would love to be involved in that legal conversation, just so I can include everyone and make sure that we're all on the same page moving forward, does that sound fair?
Sure.
Okay, perfect, well, we can plan for, does next Monday work at 9 o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Alright, next Monday at 9 o'clock, I will see y'all then. Dorian, it was great to meet you.
Very nice to meet
Enjoy
you.
your
Thank you.
trip as well to the Grand Canyon. Andy, it was great to see you again.
Yes.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. That's the reason.
Yeah. Yeah. She's pretty slick though. And women will get this special blondes where they get red on their neck, and so she wore a scarf. So that, my guess is that's what happens.
Yes.
And, she's planned through the thing. So. Well, I guess it's better to be a buyer than a judge.
They are really good.
Yeah.
They are really good. She asks good questions. I like the different approaches they take.
Yeah, she was the trial closed the whole way.
Yes.
The classic